Now please welcome to the stage the principal of Wooten High School and our fearless leader for the last 4 years, Dr. Michael Doran.
Okay, good afternoon. This is a special occasion, and it's in a beautiful setting. This building is just a wonderful place to have our last time together. But I do welcome class of 2014. I also welcome our esteemed guests, families and friends, especially Mr. Philip Kaufman, our Board of Education President, Joshua Starr, our Superintendent of Schools, Chris Garin, Associates. No, they don't deserve one on their own. Let's do it at the end. Chris Garin, Associate Superintendent of Schools, and now you can applaud. It's always great when your bosses are in the audience or listening and say, I've got the mic. I want to thank also our talented students. Their music and their singing was just unbelievable, as it always is. And I also want a very, very warm welcome to our guest speaker, Ambassador James Joseph. You can applaud. Now, graduates, I'm going to be thanking those folks who've been your true supporters and advocates for the past 12 years. 12 years of your educational journey. First, to represent their world-class elementary schools. Remember, they shepherded you through those years when you were so young, so energetic, so naive, and so little. Please stand. Mr. Barnett from Cold Spring. Mr. Mascot from Dufif. Miss Malcotti, Lakewood. Miss Silverstein, Falls Mead. Miss Williams, Stone Mill. Miss Schenk, Trevilla. Thank you, guys. Now please stand, Dr. Jones from Frost Middle School and Dr. Smith. And Dr. Smith from Cabin John. These brave souls provided an academic and an emotionally challenging safe zone when you were at your most vulnerable. No, truth be told, you were at your most unlikable. You were fidgety, loud, and annoying. But they guided you through the dramas of middle school and got you ready for high school. Thank you, guys. Dr. Greg Bell joins us too as the Supervisor of Diversity Initiatives as he mentored some of our students through their years. To Dr. Bell. And now, in my world, the most important people. These past 4 years, you've been mentored, cared for, challenged with rigorous and innovative teaching. So, with the intensely talented faculty and staff, the intensely talented faculty and staff of Wooten High School, please stand. Graduates, you owe them big time. Parents and families, I want to thank you for the support. I know, I jumped ahead. Now, let us not forget these parents who were your first teachers. They have loved you, protected you, and they're very soon about to let you go. This is an exciting and emotional time for them too. They've supported you through the good times and the rough times. And I'm thinking that their support will carry on through college. So please, graduates, thank those parents and families. Parents and families, I just want to thank you for the support you've given Wooten High School throughout the years, and actually to me personally. I don't take that for granted. I also need to thank our most excellent senior sponsors, Miss Leah Clark and Melissa Kaplan, for all the extra work they've done for you, and our graduation coordinator, Mrs. Rice, somewhere. A special shout out to Mrs. Thorpe and Mr. Kuhn for leading our Patriot Ambassadors. Mrs. Thorpe is just retired after 43 years at Wooten. That's longer than I've been alive. Of course, special thanks to Mr. Du Bois, your hard-working, dedicated 12th grade administrator. He used to have more hair, but I think he's actually going to miss you, Mr. Du Bois. We also have a special guest. Mrs. Negin was your administrator when you were in 9th and 10th grade, and Miss Negin has come to say goodbye to you one more time. Boy, some of you owe her, I remember. Mrs. Gomez, one of our wonderful assistant principals, is also moving on to a new experience at Seneca Valley, so we want to make sure we wish her well in her new job. And while I'm at it, two other administrators that really are my left and right hand too, Mr. Brown and Miss Bolden's over there. They're my other. Now, from the moment this wonderful class came to Wooten 4 short years ago, they've impressed me with their enthusiasm, their very unique spirit, and diverse abilities. Let me give you just a few highlights. We have 12 national merit finalists. Please stand and applause at the end. Steve Berger, Zhao Kai, Jessica Chen, Yu Meng He, Ashley Lee, Richard Liu, Christopher Long, Uday Misri, Raghav Muraludran, Jerry Tan, Lan Son Tang, and Alice Zhu. We also have a National Achievement finalist and our posse scholar, Jackson, stand up, Jackson Pierce Felker. In May, 1,300 Wooten students sat for 2,743 AP tests in 28 different exams. It's been the largest we've had in 5 years. This year, our students were offered $29 million in scholarships. To show the growth, in 2008, the total was $8 million. So Wooten students really are wanted, but in the right way. 98.5 of you guys are moving on to college. Wooten students have always been concerned about the world around them, and this class is no different. The senior class surpassed all others by contributing, listen to this, 126,566 community service hours. 209 of you completed the meritorious service by giving 260 hours or more. That's amazing. The state requirement is 75. The top 3 in hours were Brian, and please stand and join the others, Brian Jordan with 1,500 hours, Serban Negotia, Serban, and Jin Chung with 1,145 hours. Okay, guys, sit down now. Thank you. Yes, AP scholars did take advantage of all the rigorous programs at Wooten. But there are more. Our humanities and arts students, STARS, College Institute, AOIT, Education Academy, and all the other programs we have at Wooten, you really did rise to the challenge. Apart from the purely academic, however, this school has excelled in so much more. We are not just an academic factory. We look at our students as whole individuals, and the other side of Wooten actually excites me just as much or more in the kinds of things that you've done. Our spring musical, Hairspray, was superb, with Aya Dixon being nominated for a Cappy Award. Stand up. I wish we could hear your powerful and beautiful voice. Robbie Atkins, Josh Gritz, and Corianne Stein won the Superintendent's Performing Arts Award. So those 3 stand. We had an incredible Festival of the Arts showcase for a whole week. and actually showcased incredible talent. We have certainly unbelievable professional artists in the making at Wooten High School. Our 3 publications of Yearbook, Lit Mag, and Common Sense, our newspaper, all won gold medals at the Columbia Press Association. That is unbelievably cool. Our athletic renaissance continues with, listen to this, 3 state championship teams: golf, swim and dive, girls tennis. 4 if we included our undefeated ice hockey team, and I do include it. We had 5 state runners-up teams: field hockey, boys track and field, boys tennis, girls tennis, and a new event, bocce. We had 2 semi-finalists, 2 state semi-finalists, boys lacrosse and girls volleyball. We had the county and undefeated champion in our boys volleyball. We had individual state championships, and the seniors I'll announce. Alan Banks was in hurdles. Ergie, stand up, Alan. Ergie in the 800 meters, and Kara Hui in triple jump. State champions. And also, as he was a senior, I want a shout out to a second place. Our 4x800 relay was second place in the state, and there was a senior member on that, senior Nick Walden. Nick, stand. Those are not just great teams, it's a great program. Now, for my own personal remarks, I've been asked continually, because now it's my 10th speech, I think, I've been asked, do I repeat myself? And the kids are looking at me, yeah, you do, I know you do. Actually, I don't. But I do stay on a theme. And it's not a theme about giving you advice and telling you how to lead your lives so much as really talking about what it's like to leave your home, to leave Wooten, to leave your home, and for parents, what it's like to actually lose our kids. And that's, for some reason, the theme that I've always spoke about. And I kind of went back and saw that and hadn't realized there was a theme. So why do I focus on that? I didn't really have an idea, but it may be well, because I know it well. I left home myself for college. I mean, I even left my home and family to move to the USA. But I'm also a father, and both my children left for college. So I'm kind of an expert at that, so that's why I talk about it. So I've shared in the past, when these students leave you, you miss them so much that you even miss the things about them that drive you crazy. That's how bad you miss them. And I gave examples about my own children. 2 years ago, I got out of the sentimentality business and talked about the wonderful idea that when they're gone, parents can get their own lives back. That's good news. So I talked about the good news of getting your life back, and also getting a dog. Because even if your dog is smart, and my Winston is, they won't leave you to go off to college like these ingrates. So, the last year, what I talked about was that you might not miss them because, well, if you're a Wooten student, you go to school 183 days of the year if there's no snow days. 183 days. Well, when they go off to college, it's like a semester of 23 days. It's like they're there and they're back. I mean, it's unbelievable. They're so short. So don't get used to losing them. They'll be around. So this year, I'm actually going to ask you just to listen to this poem by Poet Laureate Billy Collins. And before I set it up, graduates, you listen to this, because the voice of the young person in this is absolutely you all. Okay? So see if it rings true. So you listen to see if it rings true. Parents, you listen and see if the thoughts expressed about you as a parent does not register as truth. The poet opens up while looking at a dictionary where his eyes fall for no reason on the L section and the word lanyard, where his thoughts suddenly jet into the past. A past where I sat at a workbench at a camp by a deep Adriatic lake, learning how to braid thin plastic strips into a lanyard, a gift for my mother. I never had seen anyone use a lanyard, or wear one, if that's what you did with them, but that did not keep me from crossing strand over strand again and again until I had made a boxy red and white lanyard for my mother. She gave me life and milk from her breasts, and I gave her a lanyard. She nursed me in many a sick room, lifted teaspoons of medicine to my lips, set cold face cloths on my forehead, then led me out into the airy light and taught me to walk and swim, and I in turn presented her with a lanyard. Here are thousands of meals, she said, and here is clothing and a good education, and here is your lanyard, I replied, which I made with a little help from a counselor. Here is a breathing body and a beating heart, strong legs, bones and teeth, and 2 clear eyes to read the world, she whispered. And here, I said, is the lanyard I made at camp. And here I wish to say to her now is a smaller gift, not an archaic truth that you can never repay your mother, but the rueful admission that when she took the 2-toned lanyard from my hands, I was sure, as sure as a boy could be, that this useless, worthless thing that I wove out of boredom would be enough to make us even. Well, guess what? You may never, ever get even. But my hope is that you never stop trying to be the best son or daughter or graduate of Wooten that you can be. They gave you life. Make them proud of the life you live. That will be the repayment they want. That will be the repayment they deserve. I promise you. So now, graduates, remember, actually, after kind of insulting you, I do love you. Wooten has been your second home, a place where you shared and cared, toiled and laughed, and even grew up together. I hope Wooten High School means as much to you as it does to me. So as an Irishman, I traditionally leave you with an Irish blessing. May you have warm words on a cool evening, a full moon on a dark night, and a smooth road all the way to your door. So after these 732 school days together, I hope I've earned the right to say to the class of 2014, good luck, friends. Always remember the relationships you made at Wooten. And always, always remember Patriots rule.